Tim Pool and everyone is really upset with Ron DeSantis and a low blow that he dished out going at Trump. And let's play the video first because DeSantis did attack Trump and using AI images, and that's what all these losers are like zeroing in on because they don't want to actually, they don't want to focus on the substance. So we're getting the smelling salts out. Oh, I'm on my fainting coach.
Oh, process.
Yeah.
Add process.
Oh, manners. Let's say I'm deciding between DeSantis and Trump on who has the best manners in the campaign.
That's how Republican voters vote.
Morons, because Tim Pool doesn't actually want to take a stand on anything of any substance. But anyway,
listen, you can call someone you don't like a pedophile, but don't make an AI generated image of them.
Don't use advanced generative whatever the fuck. All right, here, play this, Bradley.
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're all fired. All four are fired. You're fired. You're fired. Today I walk in, I hear I'm going to fire him. I'm not firing him. I think he's a wonderful guy.
Should you have fired Fauci?
So a lot of people asked me that question, and I did it right. Because if you do fire him, you're going to have a firestorm on the left again.
Why did you feel unable to fire Fauci?
Personally, you're not allowed to.
Every time he goes on television, there's always a bomb.
So pause it one second. These images, the top left one, the bottom middle one, and the bottom right one are the ones created using
Trump kissing Fauci.
Wait, you mean to tell me that Trump did not smooch Fauci on the lips on live television? I am shocked that didn't happen.
Go ahead, Bradley.
Your bomb if you fire him.
Frankly, you can't win that one. If I would have done it, I would have taken heat.
Wow, terrible sound
effect. The alligator. I mean, at least the DeSantis war room has evolved from like using stock footage of Elon Musk for DeSantis's campaign launch. They've upped their production values.
Well, what's funny about... Go ahead, Brennan.
I was just gonna say they're using the entire sound effects pack that comes with After Effects. They're going a whole hog on that one.
Layers upon layers.
And they're really leaning into the whole alligator thing, aren't they? They think we got alligators in Florida. That's really cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Very exciting, guys. They have alligators in like Louisiana too. Here is this is what I find. Like JD Vance also fainted because of this, but holy fuck, this is dirty as shit.
Jeez. And now we know he means business because he swore twice.
Yeah, the curse words are coming out. DeSantis war room is running AI images of Trump embracing Fauci. This crosses the line. And I'll just say, like, first of all, if 2 weeks ago Trump used a voice AI to basically call Trump a Soros and devil adjacent gay guy, that was just fun jokes, according to Tim Pool, and this is crossing the line. But what's actually here, and if you follow Tim Pool, if you've come across our video and actually used Tim Pool for guidance on this stuff, like this is classic like avoidance of the actual issue. Because should Trump have fired Fauci because he was too protective of Americans over COVID? That is something only morons believe. I think there are criticisms of Fauci that could be made about, for instance, his earlier public health record, or I would have this criticism on like saying he basically got us back to work and used the vaccine as a means to do that. I think that's something that needed to happen for the economy, but ultimately should have been more less coerced. But like you should not like the idea that you fired Fauci. Like Trump's record on COVID is really what this is about, and DeSantis people want to act like he's some sort of freak, which is like if Trump is too far to the left on COVID for you, you ain't winning any elections, guys.
Right.
Yeah. No, I think this is a lot of Republicans trying to jump ship from DeSantis. They don't care about the AI generated thing. This
100%.
is like they can tell where the wind is blowing. They know that it's not going to last with DeSantis, so they need to come up with plausible reasons. It's not just because we're sycophants, that we love power, that we're desperate to be under the boot of Trump again, because we want that sweet money that he brings into right-wing media. It's because DeSantis is like going too far with his like AI generated images. I personally don't think it's a very strong commercial. I think it reminds people why they like Trump, because he was on The Apprentice, which DeSantis was not.
Yeah, they open with a strength for him.
People like The Apprentice, and I think the only people, even amongst Republicans, who are really that focused on Fauci, like specifically, not like, the lockdowns generally, but like Fauci as this IMF World Bank warmonger are like the worst fringes of that party, even by Republican standards, like the most conspiratorial. And those are just not people you want to like associate with your campaign, or even if they are becoming more and more the Republican base, because, you know, it's just not going to play well with the people who consider themselves independents in place that you kind of want to win.
Right.
And I just don't have faith that those kinds of crazies are going to buy this framing from DeSantis in the first place. I mean, they're
the people that I see that are like DeSantis actually is the true hero of freedom, and COVID, or Trump is a COVID sort of authoritarian. Those people are lost like shells of humans. They've been propagandized to the point where they don't know their ass from their elbow.
Yeah.
And also the problem with those types of people is that they tend to believe the most confident person who's talking to them at any point in time. They don't actually do their own research about things. They do very heavily curated research as presented to them by very confident sounding people. And so once Trump is on stage confidently telling them that they believe something different and that there's some new conspiracy theory they need to jump on, they're just going to jump. Like, these are not like tried and true, like anti-vaxxers, the way people who before the pandemic were like pretending germs didn't exist and viruses didn't exist and you can solve all your problem with herbalism. These are people who like generally are conspiracy minded because they're part of like a far right demagogue group. And once Trump is in front of them again, telling them what to believe, it won't really matter what they really believed before. I don't think this fringe thing of the party is going to survive Trump telling them they believe something different. Maybe it'll split enough of them away that he won't be able to win the election, which is ideal. But certainly there's not going to be a lot of them left, like clinging to anti-Fauci and pro-DeSantis if he tells them to stop.
Yeah, no Republicans hate Fauci more than or very few Republicans hate Fauci more than they love Trump.
And I just have, I am still completely skeptical that these like gradations in COVID response are going to be activating into to any voter in the year 2024 when they're voting. Like, I mean, it's all about the feeling that they get about these different Republican candidates. If they're, you know, anti-authoritarian on COVID, that'll be the extent to which people are activated on that front. They've moved on to their new culture war stuff, and it's going to be trans panic in the Republican primary, or who's just like the biggest asshole on stage. And for Trump, he has it easy in that way.
It's so funny. Here's JD Vance smearing Donald Trump with fake AI images is completely unacceptable. I'm not sharing them.
Trump would never do something like that.
I like how these things are so dangerous that he can't even. I'm not sharing them, but we're in a new era. Be even more skeptical of what you see on the internet, like if trans people are real or if climate change is real.
JD Vance is not sharing that vital piece of information. I mean,
wow.
I mean,
sounds like he's angling for cabinet.
It sounds like election interference to me.
Yeah,
sounds like he's angling for a cabinet position to me.
Here's a tip for DeSantis people, which I think you're scum and I actually think you're worse than Trump people. But I would say, hey, why can't you just react to the substance that Trump is closer to Fauci than my guy would be? And like this is like the LBJ thing, and I think this is a stupid gambit because I think the substance of this issue sense people lose on even in a Republican primary. But you make it be a topic of conversation, but it's funny because they don't even get that topic, which they want. Like Trump, DeSantis is the real. Which, by the way, he has hypocritical things early in closing the beaches, which Trump points out all the time. But yeah, I mean, look, pack it up, buddy. It's over, Ronnie.
Pack it up.
Tiny D. Rob. Tiny D not even last a month.
One thing I will say that video did for me was I was impressed with all the different various excuses Trump came up with as to why he didn't fire Fauci. And he said each one so confidently, too, as if each one could have been real. He convinced me he couldn't fire Fauci. I'm sold. He just couldn't do it.
Right. I mean, I think if you show him fire a bunch of people and then show him not fire a bunch of people, it seems like he's judicious as opposed to just like, you know, stupid.
You're just reinforcing his branding. Right. Yeah.
I cannot wait for the first time Trump is on the debate stage and calls him Rob.
Yeah, I can't wait either.
We'll just have to pack. Well, speaking of packing it up, we'll have to pack up the entire primary once Trump calls him Rob on stage.
I might like retire prematurely.
He's gonna try to do one of those like it's Governor DeSantis moments and like have that be like a sticking point, and then
I'm the governor of Florida, Mr. President.
Boo.